Well, hello, YouTube Live. We are going live now, also on Facebook. Let's see, 3, 2, 1. Look at this. Yes. And we're live here, everywhere, all across the world. Welcome. And thank you for tuning in. My name is Nick Lasky. I am a professional psychic and astrologer based here in Richmond, Virginia. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I'm based out of the Aquarian Bookshop, which is here in Richmond. And in case you are just tuning in for the first time, check out aquarianbookshop.com and learn more about the amazingness of the Aquarian. But I am going to be leading us in a little guided meditation today. I have been leading these weekly guided meditations since the beginning of the pandemic. And the intention that we're going to be working with and focusing upon tonight is cultivating light and calmness, and then emanating it outward to humanity, to the earth, to the collective at this time, as it's a little crazy out there, and it may be a little crazy in there too. So we are uniting our minds together to emanate a consciousness of calmness, clarity, and light and harmony, so that we can help bring the collective into more of a balance. That is the intention. Hello, Regina. So, yes, so I would highly recommend to get yourself all settled into a cozy position where you can meditate. I recommend to keep your back relatively straight, supporting your back. Or if you're one of these special, amazing people that can lay down and meditate and stay awake, more power to you. You are one of the few and the proud. And otherwise, I recommend to sit up. And I also want to acknowledge real quick, too, that Mercury has gone retrograde. So in case you're unaware, in case you haven't had a strange technological glitch yet, Mercury is retrograde. I have been having interesting Mercury retrograde phenomena today. One of the things about Mercury retrograde is actually that it tends to manifest in your reality, meeting people from your past, or people from your past coming back into your life. So I would recommend to be aware of that over the next couple weeks. It'll be actually retrograde until November 3rd, Election Day. So until then, likely you'll be reconnecting with people from your past, and definitely things that have not been finished that need to be revisited. It's going to happen. Things just come back into your life. And more importantly than being afraid of the world is falling apart because Mercury is retrograde. Well, that's all right. Mercury's retrograde is not such a terrible thing, okay? It gets a lot of hype out there about being the big, bad, terribleness that astrology provides. But really, it's a very useful time to contemplate, to slow down, to turn within, okay? So my strong recommendation is not to freak out. Meditate a little bit more, contemplate a little bit more during this 3-week period. Allow yourself to keep a journal, keep a dream journal. Write down ideas that you have during this time. Just don't act upon them. And allow yourself to slow down. If things aren't seeming to really manifest, slow down. Or, it's a classic time where you go somewhere and, you forgot your phone, or you forgot your keys. So double check things, triple check things before you send out emails, before you leave somewhere, to make sure you have everything that you brought, or that you need. Be very conscious and wise about all of your communications, because, of course, the classic thing is is miscommunication during the retrograde. So be very conscious as much as you can, calm and slow down. Key word is to slow down, retreat a little bit. Like I said, meditate a little bit more, do contemplative things, and beautiful. So Mercury's retrograde. Don't be afraid, but if you have strange things happening with technology, like has been happening for me tonight, then we have something nice to say, oh, it's because of that. So with all that being said, let's start with our guided meditation. So go ahead and settle into a comfortable position. And by the way, Mercury is retrograde in the sign of Scorpio, so extra specially impactful if you are a Scorpio or a Taurus or a Leo or an Aquarius. And if you want to learn more, let me know. We will book a reading. Okay, so go ahead and let's take a moment to relax the physical body. If you're holding on to any tension or tightness from the day, go ahead and shake it out, wiggle, stretch, adjust yourself so that you can really relax for this brief few moments in time that we have together as we are all hurtling through space thousands of miles an hour. So let's take 3 deep breaths in together, and upon the exhales, allow yourself to really release, letting go of any tension, any tightness, any pent-up energy. We're going to really let it go. Okay, so let's all breathe in together through the nose. Big exhale. Releasing tension. Breathing in through the nose. Exhaling. One more. Last time. Breathing in. And letting go. Bringing your gaze inward. Closing your eyes now for a few moments. As you internally and physically slow everything way down. So give yourself permission in this moment of time, in the busyness of your day, the busyness of the world, the chaos that's unfolding, perhaps in your personal life, but definitely in the world. Allow yourself to take a big break from it. Let it go and bring your focus inward. Bring your awareness within you as you take some slow, deep breaths, allowing yourself to really connect your mind with your breath as you slow down everything. And I'll begin to count from 10 to 0. And when I reach 0, you will be in a deeper state of relaxation and calmness. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Now profoundly relaxed. Another nice exhale. Everything in the moment is easy. Everything in this moment is gentle. You're calm. You're relaxed. You allow yourself to really relax. And if at any point during this meditation your mind becomes distracted with thoughts or with sounds in your environment or even with bodily sensations, then simply acknowledge them. Don't worry about it. But allow yourself with a profound breath to bring yourself back, to bring your awareness back to your breath, back to a place of center. So in this moment of time, as we are on the heels of Indigenous, one of the universal things that we see across all Indigenous traditions is the importance of our relationship with Gaia, with Mother Earth. So in this moment of time, breathing profoundly, and once again, connecting with the Earth. So imaging that you send down some energy lines from your feet down into the Earth. And feeling them traveling deep within the Earth, and seeing them connect with the core of the Earth, blending with the core of the Earth, and then feeling yourself rooted down into the Earth most profoundly, with the Earth's iron core. And as you breathe, allow the energy, the raw, pure, life force energy within the Earth to rise up through these cords and begin to fill the lower half of your body. Allowing yourself to become energized as you continue to root into the Earth. You become energized with the abundance of energy in the Earth. You begin to feed off of it as you breathe each breath. More and more life force energy begins to fill you, and you feel yourself very supported, very grounded, very connected in this moment of time, allowing the energy that is rising through these energy cords to begin to fill your body. And you image this energy now as light. So you can image yourself filled, illuminated with a brilliant golden light. A nice, bright, shiny, sparkly golden light that is oh so delicious to feel as it moves through the entirety of your body. And you feel yourself being rejuvenated. You feel yourself being energized. You feel yourself feeling really good. As this gold and sparkly light is shining within you. And with another profound breath, let us begin to image this light beginning to expand beyond you, beyond your body, like an aura emanating, shining in all directions. And in the next breath, this light surrounding you begins to expand about 5-6 feet in all directions around you. And in the next moment of time, it continues to grow until it fills the entirety of the room that you are in. And with each breath, it continues to expand, now filling the entirety of the structure you are in, whether it's your home or an office or a car, or even outside. Wherever you are, you can observe the golden light has filled the entirety of where you are. And it continues to expand beautifully, radiantly, filling the neighborhood, the surrounding area, and then quickly filling the rest of the city or the town that you are in. And growing to fill the entirety of the state or the province that you're in. And using your visualization, imaging that this golden light now fills the entirety of the country that you are in. And in the next moment of time, it continues to grow, filling the entirety of the planet. So for a few moments, breathe profoundly and observe as the light, this beautiful golden shining light, surrounds everyone, everything on this entirety of the planet. And for a few moments, breathe profoundly as you observe this phenomenon, as you observe and allow the light to shine, to do what it does, to radiate, to purify, to cleanse, to rejuvenate, to uplift. Breathing profoundly. And in the next moment of time, we'll begin to connect now with the grid of light. So as you hold this foundational base light around the planet, begin to connect with the knowledge that there are other meditators, other conscious spiritual practitioners all over the world in every country, focusing their intention, whether it's now, earlier, later, upon the healing of the planet. Connect with this grid with the intention of healing and bring peace and love to the planet. And visualize these other practitioners as bright points of light popping up all over the planet like acupuncture points, like the meridians. And then seeing these bright points being interwoven together like a spider's web. And with a profound breath, imaging now the light as it continues to expand. And this grid is extra bright. And you are tapped in with this grid right now. And so I will begin to offer particular blessings and intentions to send out to the grid. And with each one, allow yourself to breathe profoundly, feel it within yourself, and then emanate it outward to the grid using your visualization, using your breath, using your intuitive, whatever intuitive method comes to you. So in this moment of time, let us profoundly invoke the spirit of calmness to humanity and upon the earth at this time, to calmness. And as I ring the bell each time, breathe profoundly and emanate. To the spirit of harmony, breathing profoundly. To the spirit of perseverance, breathing profoundly and emanating equality. May all humans at this time deepen their empathy and compassion for everyone and all beings on this planet. Breathing profoundly to empathy and compassion. To the spirit of forgiveness, May we all learn to deepen our ability to forgive others and ourselves. Breathing profoundly. And let us invoke now the spirit of radiant, robust, profound physical health to yourself and to everyone upon this planet. And to the spirit of relaxation. May everyone find the space, the willingness, and the ease to relax. Breathing profoundly. And let us invoke a profound ingenuity and creativity for the problems and the challenges humanity faces at this time. Let us invite in brilliant ideas, brilliant solutions that move us forward as a collective with elegance. Breathing profoundly. Let us invoke in this moment the spirit of love, and perhaps focusing upon someone that you love profoundly. And allow that love that rises up within you to emanate out to the grid, to rain down as flowers on all of humanity, on all of the Earth's ecosystems, the oceans, the forests, all of the Earth, receiving this love. And in the next moment of time, breathing profoundly as we invoke the spirit of respect. That all humans respect one another regardless of their race, of their age, of how they identify themselves, of their sexuality, of their country of origin. Breathing profoundly in this moment of time as we invoke a deepening of respect for everyone's humanity and equality consciousness. Breathing profoundly. Invoking once again the spirit of love to pervade, to flourish over everything else. And if you have a personal intention that you would like to set or to bless as you're connected to the grid in this moment, go ahead and do so. Emanate your own prayer or blessing outward. And as you breathe profoundly once again, For the next few moments, simply allow yourself to relax, letting all the blessings and intentions go, and simply emanate light as you breathe. The next few moments, simply emanate light, radiate light. The next moment of time, once again, breathe profoundly 3 times. And gently and easily, beginning now to come back, bringing your awareness back to your physical body, coming back, stretching, adjusting yourself, and I'll begin a count from 1 to 10, and when I reach 10, you may gently open your eyes and find yourself awake and alert back in your body. 1, 2, 3, 4. Continuing to stretch. 6, 7, 8. Taking a final deep breath in. 9 and 10. Welcome back. So, I am going to continue after these meditations. I like to share a little bit of a passage from a transcript from the channeled teacher that I study with, an enlightened presence named Jerome. And this comes from a program called the Spheric Law of Kundalini. We're going to pick up where we left off last week. And if you're new to Kundalini, Kundalini is a life force energy that flows within you and in all living beings. Here we go. And we're talking about people reincarnating, having done spiritual work in previous lifetimes, and then quickly catching up to where they were in the next incarnation. So when you see a young entity with wakeful qualities, then perhaps just a few years before, that entity was a very old monk, counting beads and watching the streams and eating 3 grains of rice a day. Well, my goodness, that sounds... Monkhood can be rather famishing. That's why we did not prefer that path. We journeyed a different path on the high old seas. So be it. The mind is also affected by Kundalini movement. When Kundalini begins to rise in a profound magnitude, the mind might become more crisp, more clear. It may seem to be more intelligent, more creative, and more present in the moment. However, if there is great negativity in the mind, meaning great fear, thoughts of fear, then a Kundalini rising could be rather like a hot dish from the oven dipped into ice water. The ice water in itself is ice water. The hot dish in the oven is the hot dish in the oven. Each have their own realities, but if you bring them both together, what happens? The dish will break apart, correct? It might even make a noise. So when you bring the hot Kundalini upward through the body, into a mind, into a thought structure that is rigid and cold with fear, then another subtle resistance happens, and that entity might experience a glimpse of an intensified manifestation of the subconscious and the unconscious. And the casual observer might reason that that entity has rather touched on some sort of insanity. It's not insanity, it's a shift in perception. Because suddenly the brain and all the places where it perceives is flooded with a profound energy that is so different than what is used to be living there. The emotional body can also be affected by Kundalini. If there is generally very little resistance, then there will be blissful feelings that the heart is opened, that there is great love and compassion deep within your being. Otherwise, it may begin to feel as if you are emotionally unstable. Fear increases and anxiety increases. So I will stop us there. So this is a nice reminder that the spiritual journey, that the path of personal evolution continues to unfold, and the work continues, and just when you think you make a breakthrough, you open up a nice new layer, and we will continue to let go of fear. And in fact, Mercury retrograde in Scorpio is a really profound time to journey with your mind within yourself into your own personal underworld, to bring light to your own shadows. It's a very profound time to do that kind of work and to contemplate these things, to do anything to eradicate, to face your personal demons or fears. It's a very profound time, especially with the intensified energy on the planet. So highly recommended to embark upon that at whatever level is appropriate for you at this time. And meditating is a really great place to start. Of course, you'll know every Sunday at noon Eastern Time, I also lead a guided meditation circle called the Aquarian Society of Awakening Souls. And that's a donation-based circle. And you can find more about that at aquarianbookshop.com. And otherwise, I would like to thank everybody so much for tuning in. Hope y'all are having a fabulous evening, feeling very well and healthy and prosperous and calm and full of love and music. So, hope you'll join us next week, next Wednesday. Time is a funny thing these days, as I'm sure for many of y'all too. But we are in the middle of October. And I will see y'all next week. Have a good night, everybody.